All right, what's going on? Everyone, Supreme Kami over here. So I'm actually gonna be doing some battle circuit. It's been a minute since I've uploaded any like of the previous battle circuits. So I'm gonna try to do it right now, or I'm gonna try to do the first 10 laps on camera. Like, this might be a pretty long video. I think it'll be because I am gonna do all 10 laps in just one whole video over here. That one I'm not gonna do because I did do it on one of my other video on in terms of like what kind of refinement or quality update we have in this game. So that was done in that video. All right, so we are gonna start off with lap two over here. So lap two is gonna be whatever browser we have this time around, plus a word tag of what is it for urban area, right? So you get this and that, so you get 300 in total. So here's the build I went with over here. So for the remaining 8 laps or 7 laps, I'm gonna pick one of the previous bingo set that I have level 90. So that's probably the one, like the whole foundation. That's what I'm gonna use. But for this one, I didn't really take into consideration. All these parts I'm gonna be using here will all be either those welfare parts, or they will just be standard part, which is just easy to pick up. So you're not gonna see any Sokai's limited banner festival parts over there. So in theory, everyone should be able to relatively get just be should be good to use any of the parts I'm using over here. So after the version 3.0, we are allowed to use let's say I have this warfare arm over here, the archer. So because I do have a level 10 or EX skill level 10, I am going to be able to use it 10 times out of any laps in the battle kit. So that's one thing to keep in mind. So the L strike head, I can use it 2 times, and then the Pale Rider 5 times. That's pretty self-explanatory. If, for example, I do need some additional boosting, what I can do is I can just come over to here. So this is another one of those updates that they have implemented. I can let's see what I want to use. I'll probably use this. For example, let me do this. As for the R, I don't think I want to use probably like this one. No, I don't think I need to use any of this, but just let you guys know that you can do this right now. So if you guys do have any access excessive of these, gears, you can just pair them alongside with whatever laps you're doing. I would say reserve them towards the later half of the laps, like the second half when it's a little bit harder to do. But here is going to be the setup we're looking at over here, over 22k. I would say for lap 2, this is overkilling it. In terms of the active word tag, pro tag, and for urban area, per usual, just the standard stuff over here. Here's some of the part tray if you guys are interested, and then here's the rest of the part tray over here, or word tag. So and then here's all the laps, all the parts I can use and whatsoever. So I did also do some subslot. So subslot actually does give you that as well. So that's quite nice to kind of know if you guys are interested as well. So all right, so let's hop in and see what we can do. All right, we are in. In terms of enemy, we do have a RA72 over here. So this one, I'm just gonna quickly melee down like so. This one we do have a 178 over here. Whoa, he does have that melee EX over here. So that's something to kind of just keep in mind when you guys are kind of fighting it. All right, nice. We are trying to make it somewhere in between 30 seconds per lap if possible. So let's actually do this right now. So keep in mind, you can do some good damage while he execute his long beam like that. So we're just gonna come around like so. And that should almost kill. Alright, maybe one more. Alright, we're done over here. So let's move on to lap 3. Alright, so lap 3 is gonna be a skill hack mode over here. So what you want to use in this lap is not if you guys have played already, you don't want to use any yeek skill. That's not gonna give you any advantage of that. So what we're gonna actually do, we're gonna buff ourselves up, with some archer stands. I'll probably just hop in with like a shooter unit. I think this is probably gonna be safest bet. I actually have not built it yet, so I'm gonna find a good bingo set part that we have previously. So hopefully you guys do have your bingo parts. Any of those bingo campaign parts still left over, because I have seen people feeding in, I've heard, I didn't see. I have heard that people are feeding in their previous bingo set part onto the new one, which is probably the dumbest thing you can do, because that's probably a part you can use for like battle ticket. Obviously, you might have some Soga parts. I don't know because I don't know what everyone boxes is, but I know for sure that everyone should be able to get their hands on some of these warfare parts. All right, so I'm gonna quickly build out the team like the basic foundation, and then we're just gonna proceed on with some maybe some subslot potentials and all that. All right, so I have found my foundation, over here. So I'm gonna be using the Gundam Fixie. So here, this is one of I believe this was we did have this unit as a bingo set over here. So in terms of subslot, because this one I had to do some extra shot damage, so I went with a Dynamis head that does have Archistan, and then I also went with a ultra rated Buster arm over here that is from the premium capsule. I would say this one should be a fairly easy one to get. So what are both of these? Okay, this is probably not the best one to use. I will probably use the Ultrated version of it because they do have different names, so they can work alongside with each other with no problem. All right, so even though they are the same name, but this one had a star in front of it, so that is a different name on total. So we should be looking pretty decent, I assume over here. So without further ado, let's hop over with lap number 3 and see what we can do. All right, so we're gonna take the RA-72. Yeah, we're doing pretty good damage overall. All right. Okay, I think I'll activate one of these first. Okay, activate the last one right here. So they should stack. Oh, no, no problem. All right, I think we should be able to take this down, no problem, fairly easy, right? Yeah, we're doing pretty good damage overall. Just wish I would have my job gauge up. All right, fairly nice here. All right, we're done. So lap 3 is done, so we'll hop on to lap 4 right now. Okay, so lap 4 is gonna be a advanced melee mode over here, and then gonna fixie is actually a melee unit, so we should have no problem with the same overall setup over here. So let me just actually build this right now. I'll probably just skip fast forward it towards when I have actually the whole build, and just kind of explain a little bit of like what kind of changes I have done along the ways. Alright, so here's the setup over here. We got Gundam Pixie again, and then in terms of the ranged weapon, I did one for a, which one is this? This one is the archer over here, so that's one of the one I use. In terms of the shield, I went with this one over here. Alright. I just kind of have something on there as a S type. Not really any particular reason why I use this one over here. And then in terms of the palette, this is the one I use, Yuri over here. So this one is a free to play form. So a lot of people should have it. If you guys have played during the period, they have this palette available. If you guys don't have it, that's just unfortunate. You guys can probably use something else. So we are looking at 19.6k melee attack. So this should be pretty good. EX skill wise, they're not really like the top notch EX skill I could be using, but they should be feasible in terms of what we need to take down over here. So let's hop in now and see what we can do. Alright, so they're still pretty small so far, so I can just easily melee them down, no problem. Still small as well, but this one is a little bit more troublesome, I would say. But alright, we managed to take him down pretty easy here. In terms of the new gun here, let's see. I'm gonna actually went to shoot, not melee me. Don't do that, please. Shoot me. Where's your long beam? There you go. Let's do this right here. Did no damage because that was a D power. Shoot your beam, not melee me. Excuse me. Come on. Alright. I miss. Ugh. Okay, there you go. Nice. Let's do this. No, I miss. Alright, we still finish them off with that last system. Alright, so lap 4 is done. And then we can move right on to lap number 5. Alright, 33 seconds, not too bad. So I am consistently within around that 30-second inch over here, good for ticks. So some laps I can maybe take it down a little bit faster. So alright, so let's move on from here then. So lap number 5 is gonna be a wear tag mode again, and that's gonna be amphibious over here. So these two in total is gonna give you a 300% boosting. In terms of the part I use again, it's gonna be gonna fix these over here. In terms of some different other part, I do need to subslot something. That's something to keep in mind. I did use Atlas Gundam, that's amphibious. I used Abyss, that is a warfare parts. That's like way back. So I'm pretty sure newer players may not even have it because it hasn't came out as a revive warfare yet. So you can probably, if you guys do have the Atlas, that one will be your go-to for the amphibious wear tag over there. We do have some other option as well, as we just kind of take a look over here. In terms of amphibious, let me actually filter this out real quick. In terms of amphibious, you do have so many options. Like Berry Guy is a 3-star, so I'm pretty sure if you guys are summoning along the way, you guys should have seen it. The PD Bear over here is a premium 3-star for that premium banner, so that's something to kind of consider as well. Down over here, I use another abyss as well, so you can use Atlas again if you do have it. Down over here, in terms of the weaponry, I use the Saku. This one's gonna really depends on what your main weapon is. Mine right now being a machine gun, so that's why I'm using the mini Saku machine gun from the Pity Bear. In terms of this pilot, I used the no, not this one. Excuse me. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. In terms of just having amphibious, so I'm only gonna be using one EX skill over here. In terms of some other different parts, because I am gonna be using a shooter build. I use a render as the pilot over there, so that is another formable pilot from a campaign a few weeks or months ago. So you guys have missed it. You guys can use some other means as a shooter build over here. This one is one of those welfare alteration from I believe this one I would say for a few weeks ago. So this one is another free to play part that just happened to that did have an alteration. Excuse me. So that's something you can use as well. So the E skill I'm only going to be using is going to be the composite shield. That is one of that from this guy over here. So all right, so that's pretty much it from this build over here. So let's actually hop in now and see what we can do. All right, so I'm not really gonna use the EX. Maybe I will use it on him. Yeah, maybe I guess one EX wasn't enough. Maybe. Okay, let's use another one. Whoa, buddy. Okay. R872. Oh, I forgot I'm not using beam, so that's why I'm not doing that much damage. But all right, so yeah, that shit is really powerful with that EX skill it has. So hopefully, with the remaining rounds, I should be able to take him down, right? Yeah, I think we can do it actually. Yeah, good output overall. Are we gonna be shy a little bit? Yeah, just a little bit, but I can probably just mow him down with some of these rounds over here. Maybe I'm using all right, so we're done here. All right, so in this lab I do use 36 seconds, just a little bit longer than I would like. So the next lab I need to really shape it down to maybe a little bit under like maybe 25 second ish. So all right, so let's hop into lab 6. All right, so lab six we're looking at a switch mode over here. So in terms of the overall setup, I maintain the same. So the only difference we're looking at is some sub slot option I use, and that is for the shield. This one is a standard part shield. It's not your buffer. This one is a full armor 7 Gundam. It's one of the highest. Holds one of the highest shot defense in terms of like if you even compare this to, let's say Sokai. This one is on par with that. So 5801 is a shot defense, so that will get translated into my shot attack up there. In terms of the pilot wise, we are looking at a preventive win over here. So also hosts one of the higher shot defense. So that's one I'm using as well. Some subslot option I use is I just need to get Federation up on here. So I'm using the composite shield again. I'm probably gonna use this one until I run out of like how many time I'm use it. So for the second half of it, I'll probably pick something else to just kind of use, right? In terms of the backpack, I went to the V2, the Victory Dash Gundam overhang cannon over here. This one A plus Pierce and C power. I'll probably use this one onto new Gundam, so hopefully we can do a decent amount of damage on top of that. As for the EX skill I'm using, it's gonna be the Saku 3 Custom, the Waste Beam Cannon. That's a B minus power, a B plus, just a B power, so that should be pretty sufficient. 21 seconds cooldown, so I should be able to use it a few times. Hopefully, I'll probably use that one first, just so I can get that that reload, the cooldown up and going. So that's pretty much the whole setup over here. So let's hop in out and see what we can do. All right, so let's actually start out with these over here. So they are in big scales right now. This one is master grade size. Okay. Not bulleted and went through. I can probably still use this to be honest. Yeah, alright. Mold them down, no problem. Alright, new Gundam over here. So let's see what we can do. I'm probably gonna start out with this over here. Let me ooh. That almost one-shotted. Okay. Love to see that. That went by quick. I thought it was gonna take longer than that. Alright, not bad. Not bad overall. 14 seconds. You love to see that. That's why I say in some laps you can make up some times. In some laps you are going to lose a little bit of time, but it doesn't really matter. So I just need to kind of shape it down to probably up to like a 35 minutes. And we should be pretty good to go, like in terms of like 35 minutes left, right? So, all right, so let's move on to lap 7 now. Alright, so as for lap number 7, it's going to be a advanced range mode over here. So any shot attack is going to do 150% up. So in total, 300% up. I literally went for exactly the same setup over here. Literally the same thing. Because the setup did do pretty good as well. So same EX skill, but in terms of the shield portion of it, I just went with the composite shield. I didn't went for any sub slot, so I think that should still be pretty good. 12k shot attack should be feasible. I would say, with the amount of EX skill I have over here. So let's actually hop in now and see what we can do. All right, oof. Master Grade size over here, so that's the one I'm gonna take down first. Okay. Okay, let me just shoot him down. Let's go. Alright, RA72. We can just probably use one of these over here. Alright. So we're probably gonna use the same thing, just use the Saku 3's custom EX skill, and then that should pretty much do it. No. He's stunned right now, so we can just use this. Oh, oh boy. He hit me pretty hard right there. Alright, we done here. He had me right there because he was melting me down pretty good as well. How many seconds? 23. We cutting time by a lot in this lap as well. So next lap we will be doing number 8. So that hopefully that one can go by as fast as the last two over here. All right, and that lap number 8, we are looking at a high mobility war tag mode over here. So in terms of the build I went with over here, we are looking at some pretty insane amount of numbers over here. In terms of melee attack, because I do have 3 active word tags, and then plus the high mobility. Same unit per usual, same like the overall structure of it. In terms of the shield wise, I did went for ABC Claw, so this one is going to be your X1 Kai Kai, so pretty good. You do get some enemy shooting power reduced by 80%. So if I were to get hit by let's say new Gundams like special beam, I can kind of just reduce it to this by a little bit. Pilot wise, I did went for Ali outside just over here. This one is what is it? Yeah, to say infighter. There's also high mobility, and then in terms of portrait wise, I would get a little bit of an increase in terms of the job gauge, so that can probably help if needed to be. In terms of some sub slot over here, kind of just go over a little bit over here. So this one is the straight go frame. Is it the standard one? Let me see. If I can click on it, please. Go frame on Masu will be here. And then as for the chest, we are looking at a G-Cell. This one is a G-Cell atmospheric pack, so this is not your what is it, the Cellcry version of it. There is a G-Cell perfect pack, so that one is completely different over here. So this one is doing C power, but hopefully because this one is casting E skill, should probably give me some good power wise over here. In terms of the leg, I did I need for Federation just for it. I used the boss as sub slot over there. Other than that, in terms of the bag, I used the Geminis backpack over here for another EX skill. Violent Heart over here. I think this one is a pretty good EX skill overall. Melee weapon I did use for this one over here. Not bad. This one is from your Grammar, if that's how you pronounce it. That's the weapon for the Grammar. I think that's how you pronounce it, right? Just needed for the high mobility, and then I did also use it for the portrait. So, 12 seconds or 12% ICD over here, so that's gonna be pretty good. And then last but not least, I did one for a GN beam submachine gun. That is for your curios. Yep. All right, so that's pretty much it for the overall what kind of underground rucks I have put into the sky over here. So not looking too bad. This actually does look pretty good, like the overall unit over here. All right, so let's hop in now and see what we can do. Wait, hold up. Was there any? Okay, all right, now we can hop in. All right, so let's actually start off with this one over here. Shouldn't even use this one to begin with. That's the thing. Okay, I guess I have to use this one now. Oh, whoa, hello? What in the, what? Whoa, I didn't expect that. That's, that's good. Yeah, Valahar is really good as an EX skill, so that's something not to really sleep on. Oh gosh. Oh no, I don't think I can make it. Shoot me? Shoot me? Yikes. I don't think I can make it. Oh no. Yeah, this one's probably gonna go overtime. Maybe. Hit him, hit him. Oh, what is the range? All right. Yay. Oh my gosh, this E skill is crazy. All right, so lap number 8 is done. I think went a little bit too long. Yeah, 42 seconds. So yeah, I need to really cut it down on the next 2 laps. You know, I need to cut it down within like a minute or so. So, all right, we'll move on to lap number 9 now. All right, so lap number 9, we are looking at a overdrive mode over here. So what you want to use, you want to use type advantage. Because of that, it is also going to give you a 200% boosting over here. So you obviously you won't be using type disadvantage, right? So on total, you are going to be getting a 350% boosting over here. So this is the overall build, you know, same structure again. In terms of the replacement, you know, I don't think I used any other replacement. I think those are the pretty much the same parts I've been using. The only thing kind of to consider about word tag wise, Federation and Ace exclusive over here. So those are the two ones I activated for a shot shooter build over here. Even that shot attack is looking significantly low. I'll probably slap in if do I have any. Yeah, I do have a 500 over here. Just give it a little more boosting in terms of other than that, I don't think I need to buff it a little bit. I don't think I need to buff it any further than that. That's probably pretty much it in terms of other gears I want to attach onto it. In terms of some other sub slot option, I did went for Ace exclusive, so I went for another go for it. I must do again. Leg wise, I need an EX so I went with the ultra-rated TR1 over here, Advanced Hazel. This one is also a welfare that did receive a alteration, I believe, a few months ago at this point. In this point, so if you guys did grab it back then, this one is a pretty good EX skill to have. So we're gonna be using that. Um, Backwise, I did use for a Saku Deep Armor over here. It does have Ace exclusive, does have EX skill as well. So A Pierce and C mod as power. As a ranged weapon, I did went for a 76 mm assault machine gun over here. So this one is also from the Sagu Deep Arm as well. Deep Arms. This one does give me a 12%, you know, ICD when I have a long shooter job, which I am using currently. So Ace exclusive there as well. And then that's pretty much it. I went for a sub slot for a for Federation over here. So that's pretty much it in terms of the overall groundworks onto this build over here. So this is a unit I will be bringing on to lap 9. Let's see what we can do. Alright, I think I will be using this one first. Nice. Very. Oh my gosh! What diamonds are those? What? I barely clicked 2 buttons. Like, oh no, we missed right there. That's great. That's really good. Should have waited for it to shoot that beam, but I think that doesn't really matter because we just mold him down with these ammo clips over there, and we are done. That's it. Pretty easy in this match over here. How many seconds did we use? 16 seconds. All right. So I do have a leeway of like 51 second ish right now, so I can probably, if possible, I do want to finish it within like this amount of seconds because I feel like towards the later half, like the next 10 laps, it should be a little bit harder. In terms of some parts I will be using, I might probably change it up just a little bit. Alright, and the last lap we are going to be doing is going to be lap 10 over here. So lap 10 is going to be a advanced skill mode. So what you want to be using is going to be EX skill over here because EX skill is going to give you 150% up. So just really regularly shooting is not going to give you as much. So that's what same setup. I think this is same setup as I went for lap 9 over here. So everything should be the same. In terms of sub-slot option, those are exactly the same as lap number 9. So I am trying to exhaust all these parts first before I'm like, even, okay, low battery. Even at lap 11 to 20, I think I will come back to this setup first. Just trying to exhaust whatever I have and then move on to whatever bingo set units that we have, that wants us to level up to that level 90, right? So let's hop in now and see what we can do. Alright, so let's do this. Let's take a R72. Almost did. Okay. Second phase, we will have one more additional enemy, so that's something to kind of keep in mind as well. I think I'll take out the other guy first. The other Mark II. I'm gonna leave the new Gundam alone just for a little bit. Will be the primary target for this one. Whoa! Hello! Whoa! Okay. Waiting for him to shoot his beam. Nice. I can shoot mine right now. He dodged. Okay. Whoa, did he just dodge that? Okay, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think I have enough ammunition here. No. I mean, I guess I can wait for another subpar. That's probably gonna take a little bit longer than I want, but I guess it is what it is, right? So if I would have a little bit more, of a stat, I think I could have taken out. But we're running really short stats. So all right, this should do. Nice. I think we did finish it within what is it? 35 minutes, right? Yeah. 44 seconds, but wow, we do have 7 seconds to spare. So that's pretty much it for the first 10 laps over here then. Alright, so lap 1 to 10 is completed now, so we just gotta wait 60 more hours, or 67 more hours, before we get the second half of the battle circuit. Yeah, like I said, I'll probably, exhaust the other parts I was using beforehand, before moving on. I think there is also another S attribute, Bango set unit that, I did happen to get up to level 90. So that's probably another one I will be using. So hopefully you guys did not feed them into the following what is a bingo unit. That's probably the dumbest thing you can ever do, right? I know resources are really limited, but that's not your way you want to do that, right? So with that being said, the first 10 laps are done here, so I'll catch you guys back with another battle circuit next week when I have completed them.